There are industries, there are niches that cannot advertise. They are not allowed to advertise. For example, lawyers don't advertise. Have you ever seen any advertisements anywhere and you see that it's lawyers that are advertising? Lawyers don't advertise. Number two, medical people like doctors, hospitals, they cannot advertise. Have you ever seen that? They don't do that, right? Now on Facebook, you can practically pay Facebook to say, I want to grow my account. And you can specify the kind of growth that you want. And let me quickly use that opportunity to answer some of you that keep asking me, oh, you grew First Bank Facebook page. Why have you not grown your page? It's simple. I don't have the money that they have. Or don't you understand? Is it that you don't have sense or you don't use your sense to think? And the client was asking me that, what if I need 1 million followers? Can I get 1 million followers 1 month? I asked him, sir, do you have the money? If you have the money, I will generate you 1 million real followers in 1 month. If you have, and he said, so like, has given me a rough estimate. I calculated and I gave him, say, wow, that's a lot of money. I said, yes, that's a lot of followers. You drop the money, you get your followers. It's not really, there's no big deal. Okay, this question is coming from one of my students in the paid class.
Good morning, sir. Okay, I wanted to ask a question, but I think there's a lady that asked the question and you told her to use voice notes, so I am going to use voice notes. So I'm a digital marketer, although I'm starting. I'm still a startup. I'm trying to reach out to firms and other stuff. And my question is, if I am to, let's say, approach a random company, let's say a medical firm, and I want to propose a social media marketing for them. And let's say I set up the Facebook accounts and possibly do the cover page, do some flyers. How do I get people to like the page? Do I run ads, or what do you think is the best method to get people to like a 0 followers page?
Okay, this question is coming from one of my students in the paid class, and I will summarize the question, then I'll give you the answer. Now, he's saying that he's a digital marketer and he wants to help a brand grow their page on Facebook. There's something very special about what he said that I want to teach on. He talked about that he gave an example of a medical firm. So that's one area I want to address. Let's start from there. There are industries, there are niches that cannot advertise. They are not allowed to advertise. For example, lawyers don't advertise. Have you ever seen any advertisements anywhere and you see that it's lawyers that are advertising? Lawyers don't advertise. Number two, medical people like doctors, hospitals, they cannot advertise. Have you ever seen that? They don't do that, right? So when you said medical, whatever, so I needed to let you know that lawyers and medical doctors, they don't advertise. They don't advertise. However, there's a way for them to advertise using social media. There's a way. There are many ways they can do that. You can see what a Peugeot doctor is doing and many other doctors. There are many ways. In fact, let me go ahead to say it. One of the ways is educational marketing. There are many other ways, but one of the major ways is educational marketing. Now, that being said, let's now move to your actual question. Your actual question is that you now open a Facebook page for them and the Facebook page is like 0 followers. You have done all the things you're supposed to do, cover photo, profile pictures, biography and everything. Now, you want to grow the page. How do you get people to follow the page? How do you get people to like the page? You are now asking if you should run an advert and the rest of them. There's only one way to do that, and that one way is to run an advert. That's as long as it's Facebook, that's the way. So you run an advert. Now, I will now have to educate you on how to run the advert. If it's a medical company or business, as you have said, but if not a medical business, you run your normal advert, just run advert and make sure that whatever content you are using, it's good enough, it's active enough for people to engage. Do you understand? Don't go and get one chubby stuff and think people want to follow you. Let me go ahead to say something, because the way you ask your question, it looks like you don't know this next thing I want to say. Now on Facebook, you can practically pay Facebook to say, I want to grow my account. And you can specify the kind of growth that you want. You can, like you've seen my video where I said that I'm the one that single-handedly grew First Bank Facebook page. I also grew their Instagram and their LinkedIn, but let's use Facebook page as an example now, right? I said that I grew First Bank Facebook page from 1 point something million to 4 point something million where they are now. I don't know if they have continued from there, but the last time I checked, they were still at 4 point something million, right? So I grew it. And how did I do it? It's the same thing I'm teaching you now. So on Facebook, you can actually pay money and say, I want followers. Followers is what I want. Then you will specify the kind of followers. They will ask you, what kind of followers do you want? And don't forget, First Bank is a bank. They have money. So you cannot compare them to an individual. And let me quickly use that opportunity to answer some of you that keep asking me, oh, you grew First Bank Facebook page. Why have you not grown your page? It's simple. I don't have the money that they have. Or don't you understand? Is it that you don't have sense or you don't use your sense to think? I categorically said it in the video and I'm saying it again. It costs money to grow your page, especially if you want to grow a Facebook page. It costs money. You pay money for followers. You pay. Not go and buy bot followers, all those followers they just pay for. No, that I'm talking about real human beings. It costs money. You pay. You run an advert. That also next question. I know somebody be asking, so how do you run the advert? You come and learn. You pay money to learn. We didn't learn it on sitting down and just or watch one video like this and not learn it. No, there's a way. There's a way. That's why that job came to me. After all, he has gone through many other persons. They were not delivering, so and I happened to be delivering, and that's why I did the job for a long time. So growing 3 million followers, that's no joke. That's a lot of money that the bank spent. A lot of money. So for those of you that keep asking me, why have you not grown? I don't have that kind of money. By the way, I'm not a conglomerate. I'm not a bank. Do you understand? If you go to my Facebook page, you will see that I have about 150 something thousand followers. And I grew it gradually, spending money, at least based on my capacity. I was just growing it. So that's what you do. I'm answering your question again. You pay Facebook, you spend money and specify that you want followers, and you configure your advert properly, and you will get, I need to say this one in the way you understand, for people that can pick sense and quickly go and practice. Whatever you're putting out as your content must be what your business stands for, so that when people see it, it is people that now like what you do that will now follow you. So where the secret is that when you spend the money, Facebook will now take your content and go and show it to the people that matters. Like I was speaking with a client the day before yesterday. The client is in Europe. I don't want to mention the place specifically. And the client was asking me that, what if I need 1 million followers? Can I get 1 million followers in 1 month? I asked him, sir, do you have the money? If you have the money, I will generate you 1 million real followers in 1 month. If you have, and he said, like I should give me a rough estimate. I calculated and I gave him, he said, wow, that's a lot of money. I said, yes, that's a lot of followers. You drop the money, you get your followers. It's not me. There's no big deal. I'll give the money to Facebook, collect my share, and you get your results. No cause for alarm. So I believe I've answered this question very well. Okay, so the summary is this. Your question is, how can you grow a Facebook page? Now, you said it's a medical field. I say if it's medical people does not advertise, lawyers don't advertise, all right? So I will now have to teach you how you can advertise for those people, because there are special ways you can advertise for them. Then number 2, you said, so I'm not saying if it's not a medical page and you just want to grow a Facebook page, it is easy to grow. All you need is money and know-how. So you pay Facebook money and you tell them you want followership. So you can grow your page from 0 to 100,000 in a week if you have the money. It costs money to do it. That's why I always refer to First Bank. When I was doing First Bank work, they have money. So if they wake up tomorrow and First Bank say, okay, they want to move from 4 million that they are now, 4 point something million, they want to move to 6 million. They know what to do. All they need to do is just to bring money. Mine is to get the job done. And they are real followers, not fake followers. Do you understand? All right.